Assalamualaikum and Hai Sesukri. My name is Fitria binti Triboko from class Law 559 Group K.
Greetings Sesukri. My name is Nur Imla Idrana binti Intizam, and in this video, we will be addressing the golden rules of advocacy and court decorum for the purpose of our video assessment. The golden rules of advocacy will be specifically discussed by me, and the court decorum will be accordingly discussed by Fitria. Without further ado, let's get to it. What is meant by the golden rule? Well, the golden rule is defined as an important rule or principle which should always be followed to ensure success in general or particular activity. It is also known as the principle that we should treat others as we would have them treat us, as a basis for moral action and as a criterion for assessing the moral quality and implications of law. Advocacy is the act of pleading for arguing in favor of something or actively supporting a cause or proposal. For lawyers, advocacy means representing the interests of the client in the best manner possible to protect and defend their welfare and justice.
In no time, we will address the 6 golden rules of advocacy respectively, so let's get started.
Rule number 1 is be generous. An advocate is advised to give more than what a solicitor should give. For example, prepare witnesses beyond the solicitor's responsibility by formulating the question to be asked in examination-in-chief to the witness. Other than that, every practicing lawyer is advised to educate the client about the limits of the law, the professional obligations, and the judicial system in order to ensure that they understand the law and know the value of it. Tell the witness on how long the case is expected to last. By doing so, people will respect the work that you're doing. Hence, more clients will confide in you in handling their cases. Rule number 2 of every junior lawyer should follow is to be trustworthy. Trustworthiness is a moral value which carries the meaning of committing acts that will gain someone's trust, confidence, and respect. The question is, what can lawyers do to gain trust? First, meet commitments and deadlines, live up to the aspirations of the legal profession, make your word your bond, and lastly, protect confidences. By implementing this value, people will feel that they can count on you to handle important cases and enforce your duties accordingly. This is by the reason that if people have faith in you, they will automatically seek your counsel and decision-making skills when it comes to significant matters. Now, rule number 3 that should be followed by all junior lawyers is to act in the best interest of the client. A lawyer should not act in a way that would put the administration of justice and the community's confidence in the profession at risk. However, it must be noted to never take unfair advantage of the opposing party's lack of legal knowledge, nor use your professional status or qualification to take unfair advantage of another individual to advance your client's interest. As far as the saying goes, be courageous on behalf of the client using all proper weapons but no improper weapons. Rule number 4 to be observed is to be honest in every dealings. Integrity is key. You must not only be honest, but you must also maintain the appearance of honesty. What is meant by this is, if you are wrong, admit it. If you are not wrong, be courageous to stand on your ground in accordance with your duty to the client. It is better to lose than not to fight according to the rules. It is extremely easy for a young lawyer to violate these rules, as there is a strong temptation to become lax on your professional morals. The 5th rule to be observed is to accept and respect the decision of the court. Do not utter bad or negative words in the courtroom or engage in any personal attacks on the judiciary or unfairly criticize the judicial decisions. The best solution is to appeal. Avoid all actions that may erode, tarnish, or delay the administration of justice, and any actions that may lead to the contempt of court. Respect for our cause is of paramount importance and an essential component of our way of life to safety, freedom, and security. If that respect is weakened or lost, we should all be worried. Last but not least, rule number 6 to be followed by all junior lawyers is to be punctual. First off, what is punctuality? Punctuality is the act of being on time and being able to do a task in the required time. Time and tide wait for no man. How true is that? If a lawyer or advocate is unpunctual, it shows that either he is unprofessional or that he has no value of other person's time. This shall also spread to his reputation as well. If an advocate or lawyer is not punctual, others cannot depend on him. His associates will begin to feel that he cannot organize his own time and will raise the question, if he is careless about time, what else is he careless about? Hence, in all professional functions, a lawyer should observe the golden rules of advocacy to be in line with the integrity of a legal profession. That is all from me, and with that, the floor will be passed to Fitria to discuss matters with regards to court decorum.
People often wonder why it is so important to comply with the decorum of the court. So, let's get started. Generally, decorum means proper behavior. This noun originally comes from Latin word decorus, which carries the meaning of proper. Overall, court decorum may be described as professional behavior in a trial by behaving formally with an emphasis on courtesy. The purpose of maintaining decorum around a courtroom is not merely a superficial means of protecting the image of lawyers and judges, as it is absolutely essential to the administration of justice. Etiquette is very essential for making a good impression. When going to the court, the basic rule is to dress conservatively with dignity. In principle, all practitioners are required to wear a robe, which includes the wearing of a bib as well as a dark blazer. Men must always wear a suit or blazer with a shirt or tie. The shirt or blouse must be a pristine white. As far as shoes are concerned, they must either be black or brown. Women must ensure that they do not wear open sandals or shoes without a strap around the heel. The pants or skirt also must either be black or dark gray. If a lawyer fails to follow fundamental courtroom decorum, she risks harming her case and her reputation, regardless how clever she is, how good her credentials are, or how comprehensive her case preparation. There is an expectation for everyone to behave in a respectful way by following through the rules and procedures in court. A good lawyer must be on time for all court proceedings. The best practice is to arrive 5 minutes in advance of the scheduled time. If you are going to be late, call the courtroom so those who are waiting are properly informed. Counsel who arrive in courtroom after the case has been called should offer an apology to the court and give explanation for their lateness. Next, be prepared for your participation in court proceedings. Wear appropriate courtroom attire when appearing to the court. Turn your cell phone and all other devices off or to silent mode before entering a courtroom. Read the most important documents, including any submission you are planning to make to the court for last-minute cramming. Thirdly, be cautious when addressing the judge and opposing counsel. Stand whenever you need to address the judge in the courtroom. Begin any argument on the record before the judge or jury by saying, "May it please the court" or "Your Honor." Treat your court personnel with the same respect you show to the judge, as the duty to be respectful is not a sign of weakness or subordination. Moving on to the things that a good lawyer should not do in a courtroom. First, make any speaking objections in the trial. Their tone should be persuasive rather than demanding. They must speak clearly in a strong but not a loud voice. They must also present their arguments to the judge but do not argue with him or her, as their purpose is to advance their arguments on behalf of the client. Next, do not interrupt the judge, opposing counsel, or witness. You should not argue with the judge or express discontent after the judge has ruled an objection or any other issue. For example, do not tell the judge that he or she has committed a reversible error. If you think you need to interrupt, make sure you do it in the right way. No matter how much you want to correct a misstatement of facts or law, exercise restraint and wait until the other person has finished speaking. Lastly, you should not speak openly disparaging to or about a judge and opponent's side. The reason is, critical comments about your opponent's skill and conduct of his case are unwelcome and improper. It is not your place to correct some shortcoming that you think should be done differently or improved. We are coming to the end of court decorum. Before that, remember nothing is more valuable to a trial lawyer than her credibility, and nothing travels faster through a courthouse than a bad reputation. We must always uphold the highest professional ethics, as it is our duty to act competently, diligently, and candidly with the court. Last but not least, follow the basic rules of court decorum to protect our credibility with judge, attorneys, and court personnel, as lawyers must act with integrity all the time. That's all from me. Thank you.